Hey, everybody goes through things, and that's kind of be my topic of the day. Whatever you're going through in life, you could be going through a hard time, but there's always somebody else out there that's going through something worse than you, so you should count your blessings. You know what I'm saying? Because I know there's people out there that are fighting cancer, they have diseases that are terminally ill. Could you imagine going to the doctor just for a routine physical, right? And he says, "No, I need you to go get this scan." And then it comes back. He says, I'm really sorry to tell you, but you ain't got long to live. We found several tumors all over your body, and we believe that it's a carcinoma, blah, 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 and you got less than 3 months to live. At that point, what do you do? What do you do if you got 3 months to live? I mean, do you spend a good week of it just getting as wasted and high and enjoying life as the best, do you spend your time with your family, your loved ones? There's a lot of options, I guess, but time is limited, and that's something that nobody can buy. You can buy friendships, you can buy relationships, but you can't buy time. And time is going to keep on going no matter what. And that's something that when they take it away from you, you can't never get it back. So what I want to do, and I want to stress to y'all, is be conscious of how you waste your time in doing things that are negative and don't have positive outcomes. Because so many people, myself included, we waste our time doing nothing when life is such a short little blip. We're a tiny star in the galaxy, that soul of ours. And, it's blinking bright, but eventually star goes dim and we're gone. But there's a whole galaxy out there, people. And, what we do is how people will remember us. So if you want to be remembered as, "Hey, yeah, I used to know that guy. He was all right, but he was kind of a jerk. He beat women, he did drugs, he couldn't stay out of trouble, he was all right." Or do you want to be somebody who was like, "Yeah, that guy was super cool, down to earth, real. You could count on him when you needed him. He was a game changer. If you called him and you needed help, he'd give you the shirt off his back." That's the kind of person I want to be remembered for. And what kind of person do you want to be remembered for? Because like they say, you're only as good as your last up to bat. So when you got that chance to come back, you got to do it good. You got to step up to the plate and you got to start hitting home runs instead of bunting. And what I mean by bunting is just going through life, going through the phases, wake up, go to work, rinse, wash, repeat. You're not enjoying yourself. You're probably miserable. And, that's a choice that you're making because you want to have nice things and all that, and you're forced to do it because ain't nobody gonna just hand over a big wad of money and say, "Here you go, don't worry about it, I got you. You can go ahead and be whoever you want to be." You can still do all those things. You just got to have time management. So if you're tired when you come home, you got to figure out a way to snap yourself out of that and maybe go to the gym, or go to the grocery store. I don't know. I don't have every answer, but I'm saying what I'm trying to tell people is let's not just get stuck in that rut. Let's try to pull ourselves out of that rut and do something to manage our time more wisely so we ain't just stuck just doing the same thing over and over like I was, and that's the thing.